So I wanted to make this video and talk about prismatic evolutions because obviously I can't stop talking about it. But other than just that, prismatic evolutions, I believe we are at a time right now where if you want to participate and buy above MSRP, I know it's a crazy thing to say. I feel like your chances of getting these products for under market is getting smaller and smaller. Like the chances to get these and the amount of availability there is on the market to find these for under market is getting a lot slimmer. I've noticed especially on eBay when Elite Trainer boxes, maybe about a week ago or so, when they're around 140, 145, like around here, I was able to find Elite Trainer boxes for around 110 to 115 when market price was around 140. But now when you go on eBay, there's like none. The cheapest listing you'll find is maybe around 135. There's really none left for around that price I just said, like around 110, 115. You can't find that anymore. So when there's indicators like that, where it's like, okay, back then, a week ago, I could find deals for like $20, $30 on the market, and it was pretty plentiful. Like it's like, okay, there's still a good amount of supply. But now that that's gone on eBay, which is a big marketplace, it really shows me that we're getting to the point of tipping because recently, in the past like week, prices for Prismatic Evolutions products, just in general, have kind of stagnated, and you can see it looks like it's slightly dipped, but it's barely anything. But they've just been stagnant for the past week. Now, am I surprised this is happening? No, because if you look at the like at the run up it had, it was pretty crazy. So it's not going to just go up like forever, right? Like it's normal for there to be periods of people taking profits, more people listing, selling at certain price points. Like that's normal. So I'm not surprised this is happening. But while we are in this period of sort of pullback, and prices stagnating, I'm gonna let you guys know that if you want to participate in buying over MSRP and getting these products before they run up again, now's kind of the time. I'm still able to find sellers on Facebook Marketplace selling for under market. It's a lot harder now, but it's still doable. So my advice would be for you guys, if you still want to buy Prismatic Evolutions and get into it, Elite Trainer boxes, whatever the product is, I would say I would be looking now locally because on eBay it's really hard to find deals because like I said they're all kind of gone now. But Facebook Marketplace still has some. So I would be looking there first. Personally, I feel like Elite Trainer boxes would probably be the first product I'd want to look for because I've made a video about it. But Elite Trainer boxes recently have had a weird history of just not getting really reprinted like just booster bundles usually do. So I'd probably be looking for Elite Trainer boxes around $100 if you could find that. I think that's a pretty good pickup. I've been able to find them at that price locally before, so if you can find them for around that price, I think that's good. Another product here I believe is really good as well are the binder collections. These ones, it was sort of the same thing with the Elite Trainer boxes. You could find these while the market price was around like $75. You could find them for under $60 on eBay, and I was able to get some. But these ones, it's this kind of the same thing. I feel like these sort of things don't really get reprinted. 151 binder collections really didn't, and that's why they're like 140, $150. So I feel like this is a good product also to have, because I feel like it won't get reprinted. So regardless of whatever happens in the future, if they reprint booster bundles, I don't think these binders are gonna get reprinted. So I think this is a good product. And if you can still buy them, for under market and stuff, I'd be doing that. These here, I mean, the graph shows that they've been, it's been sort of stagnant. It doesn't really show a decline like the Elite Trainer boxes did, but the prices haven't changed. Like I've been keeping track. It's been $80 for a while now. Now the surprise boxes, I feel like it's I don't know if they're gonna reprint these or not because there's like like promo in there, and so the box is kind of weird. I don't know why they made the box that ain't big, because there's only 4 packs of promo. Like they could have made this box way smaller than it is, but I guess it's for design. Um, I recently bought just a few more of these. It was a really small purchase. I was able to buy them at $50. So, products like these, I would still be looking for. Like if you're like obviously okay with buying Prismatic Evolutions over MSRP, there are still people, scalpers, whatever you want to call them, that have them listed. It's a lot smaller though, but it's still possible. And yeah, at any time I find like something like that, I'll like jump on it. But I haven't bought really anything recently to be honest, other than this one I told you guys. These surprise boxes, just a few of them for that price. It's still worth it in my opinion to buy Prismatic. You just gotta be a little bit savvy by looking around. It can be a little bit hard though if you are in an area where there really isn't many people. Facebook Marketplace then is maybe not as viable as of an option. We're gonna find a lot of people selling. But for me, there's a lot of people selling Prismatic around me. So I've been able to pick up some good deals. And one of them were these surprise boxes. I really do think surprise boxes will perform pretty good. The posters, I mentioned it before, but posters, long term they never do extremely well. Like they're basically always just gonna be priced by the pack, and that's sort of it. There's no real good like sealed premium to these. It's not as good as like some other products. So these ones, I really wouldn't buy if you can't, unless you can find it for like a good amount under market. Like I'm talking about under probably like $30 at least. Like I'd probably want to be buying this at 25. Because anything more than that, like I feel like it isn't really worth it. Because if you're buying these at like $35 or like even 30, like I really don't see this going much. I maybe see this going to the mid 40s or something, in the next month or so. But other than that, like I just don't have a high ceiling. So these ones, all these you can see in the past week have been sort of stagnant. Booster bundles. Now this is one that's sort of interesting, because this recently just came out. I've talked about it before. Booster bundles get reprinted seems like a lot for specialty sets, even main sets. It just seems like it's Pokemon's way to get more packs out there. I think it's just cost efficient for them. It's easy to ship, so it's just effective to get more packs into I guess the market without having to have these big collection boxes, reprint all these other components to products. So I would be careful buying these. Like if you were to buy them, like I'm seeing people around me selling them for around $60. I would say if you can buy for $60, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna really find them much cheaper. But if you can buy them for $60, I do think it's worth it. But you do have to know that this product will likely get reprinted in the future, because we're seeing that with Paldean Fates, we've seen that with Surging Sparks, we've seen that with Twilight Masquerade, we've seen that with Crown Zenith, we've seen it with just a ton of sets in the past. So yeah. These do have a premium to them. Booster bundles do perform well, but they do get reprinted a good amount, so prices can really fluctuate. We're seeing that, or we have seen that with 151 booster bundles in the past. They have kind of fluctuated, minus like $5 to $10 from reprints, and they kind of just go up and down, because they print a lot of them. So I would be cautious buying these at certain prices, but I'd say $60 is a pretty safe price in my opinion, because I do feel like this is going to go back to around $80, and when they do reprint these, I think they'll go down into the 70s, maybe high 60s. So if you do buy it for $60 locally, I feel like that's a pretty safe buy in my opinion. Now, when you look at the set list and you see the total set value, this set still remains to be very strong. It's still $8,000 total set value. So with its current set value, I still believe sealed product has a ways to go with going up in value. I've said this so many times. Even when Elite Trainer boxes were $100, it's gonna keep going up. There will be a point where maybe it kind of gets a little bit iffy with buying into it, but I feel like right now, when we're sort of in this sort of not really downturn, but sort of stagnation with the Prismatic Evolution sealed market, I feel like this is your time. If you have been waiting, and you're maybe just thinking about it or whatever, or contemplating it, this is kind of the time you got to start thinking like, okay, I got to probably start trying to look around, maybe locally find some deals, because they are getting slimmer, harder to find. And if you want to buy in before this next leg up, which I do believe is going to happen, shortly here, I believe now is your time, because if you wait another month, I feel like it's not going to be worth it then to buy. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.